You've been cooking chicken breast wrong your whole life. I'll start our recipe by grating 300 grams of frozen chicken breast. Once that's done, I'll transfer it to this bowl. Now, I'll grate 60 grams of white cheese over the grater and then roll it this way. I'll transfer our cheese to the bowl. Now, let's grate 150 grams of mozzarella cheese. Let's transfer the mozzarella to the bowl. Here we have an onion. I'll cut it in half and then into cubes. Let's put everything in the same bowl. We'll need 200 grams of potato. I'll peel them all. Now I'll grate the potatoes. Once that's done, we'll squeeze them to remove the excess liquid. This recipe turns out incredibly delicious. Try it at home and then let me know what you think. I'm sure you'll love it. And we'll place them here. I'll add 1 egg, season with a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and mix everything very well. And before I forget, tell me which city you're watching from so I can send you a special greeting. Today's greeting goes to Emily Johnson from New York. I'm happy you're enjoying our recipes. Finally, I'll place it in the pan, which already has a little oil, and arrange it so it's even. I'll cover it and let it cook for 15 minutes. After the time is up, I'll flip our dish using a plate. Tell me how you cook chicken breast at home. I'd love to know your recipe. I'll cover it and let it cook for another 15 minutes. Now, in this bowl, I'll add 4 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of mustard, 1 tablespoon of honey, the juice of 1 lime, one teaspoon of paprika, and mix everything well. You can serve it with the sauce we prepared. It's irresistible. They asked me why the French fries were so crispy and delicious. I'll start by cutting 2 large potatoes into thick slices, then into thin strips. Now, I'll transfer everything to a bowl. Prepared like this, the fries turn out super crispy and extra flavorful. You won't regret making them. And add 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of brown sugar, water to cover, and mix. Let's set them aside for 20 minutes. Meanwhile, in this bowl, I'll add 1 cup of wheat flour, sifted, and 1 cup of cornstarch. Then, we'll mix everything well. Now let's place the potatoes in the flour mixture and coat them well. After coating them well in the flour, I'll take a portion with a skimmer, and before I forget, tell me which city you're watching from, so I can send you a special greeting. Today's greeting goes to Elias Capman from Zambia. I'm happy that you're enjoying our recipes. And place them in this pan, which already has hot oil. Let's fry the potatoes well until they are completely golden brown. This texture is perfect. We can now remove them from the oil. Guys, this French fry recipe is truly amazing. Once you try making them this way, you won't want to do it any other way. I'm sure you and your whole family will love it. I'll place them on paper towels to remove excess oil and keep them dry. They're perfect for serving. Guys, it's so easy to make, and you can serve them with the sauce of your choice. Tell me, how do you make French fries at home? I'd love to know your recipe. No time? This air fryer recipe will save your day. Quick, easy, and delicious. I'll start by adding 2 tablespoons of olive oil to this bowl, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of oregano, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of cumin, and half a teaspoon of chili flakes. Then mix everything very well. I'm sure that once you try making chicken this way, you won't want to do it any other way. It's easy, practical, and incredibly delicious. We will need 3 chicken breasts, and I will make shallow cuts like this. And before I forget, tell me where you're watching from, so I can send you a special greeting. Today's greeting goes to Emma Johnson from California, USA. I'm so happy you're enjoying our recipes. Now, we'll coat them well with the seasoning mixture. We'll do the same process with all of them. It's a healthier way to prepare your chicken, free of oil and fat, and it turns out super crispy on the outside and juicy on the inside. Don't miss the chance to try this recipe, you won't regret it. Now let's place the chicken inside the air fryer, which is already preheated. We'll fry it at 360 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. After this time, we'll open the air fryer, flip the chicken breasts, and let them cook for another 10 minutes. Tell me, what's your favorite chicken recipe to make? I'd love to know. Now, I've plated them. When serving, I'll sprinkle grated Parmesan on top. It will add that special touch to our recipe. Try this at home. You'll love the result.
When I cook broccoli like this, everyone asks me for the recipe. To start today's recipe, I'm going to slice a broccoli into very small pieces. After that, I'll slice those pieces again into even smaller pieces. Now I'll transfer the broccoli to a large bowl. Next, I'll add a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of chili flakes, 50 grams of Parmesan, 2 eggs, and I'll mix the ingredients very well. Once it's ready, I'll transfer the mixture to a pan already greased with olive oil. I'll spread it out evenly in the pan to cook everything equally. Then I'll cover the pan to let it cook for 10 minutes. After that time, I'll use a plate to flip the recipe over to the other side. It might seem like a difficult recipe to prepare, but it's incredibly easy to make. I'll add 3 tablespoons of tomato sauce on top of the dish. And I'll spread it all over. After that, I'll add some mozzarella on top to taste. The texture the mozzarella gives to this recipe is amazing. I'll add slices of a tomato on top. Also, I'll add some bacon to taste. I love recipes with bacon. It goes well with any meal. I'll sprinkle some oregano on top of the dish. Then I'll cover the pan again and let it cook for another 5 minutes. After that time, it's ready. Now it's time to transfer it to the final plate, slice it up, and enjoy today's meal. Look how beautiful this recipe turned out. I can't wait to enjoy it. Make it at home and let me know how it turned out. I'd love to hear that you made it and enjoyed it too. I hope you liked this recipe. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Did you cook too much rice and have leftovers? Try this recipe that's a 10 out of 10. I'll start by adding 2 cups of rice to a blender. Don't worry, I'll show you the best way to use leftover rice, and you'll be surprised by the result of this recipe. I'll add a 1/4 cup of water. I'll also add 2 eggs. Next, I'll add a 1/4 cup of chopped mozzarella. Now I'll blend it all until the ingredients are well combined. When you taste this recipe, you'll definitely add it to your list of favorites, trust me. After blending well, I'll add a teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. I'll cover and blend again. Have you ever put rice in the blender like I'm doing? If you know any special ingredients that pair well with rice, feel free to tell me. I'd love to know. Now, I'll pour everything into a greased baking dish, using a spoon to make it easier. I'll make sure it's all smooth and even in the dish. It should look like this. This recipe has a few steps that you need to pay attention to, so everything turns out perfect in the end. I'll drizzle a bit of olive oil over the batter. I'll bake it for 20 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Meanwhile, I've got a pan with olive oil ready, and I'll add 2 cubed chicken breasts. I'll add a teaspoon of salt. Also, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. 1 teaspoon of paprika. I'll stir while it fries until all the ingredients are well combined. The smell of these seasonings is incredible. I'm sure even my neighbors will comment on it. It's starting to get a nice golden color. I'll add 3 chopped garlic cloves, 1/2 chopped red onion, and 1/2 cup of tomato sauce. I'll stir again. This recipe requires some mixing at different stages, so take your time, and the result will be fantastic. I'll cover it and let it cook for 3 minutes. After the time's up, I'll stir one last time. Now I'll pour everything over the baked crust we made earlier, and the smell is perfect. I love making recipes with tomato sauce. I think it adds a special touch to the flavor. I learned this recipe when I was young, and now I make it for my kids. They love it. It's perfect for any occasion. I will also add 150 grams of sliced mozzarella, but feel free to add more if you'd like. I'll sprinkle a bit of oregano to taste. I'll bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. 180 degrees Celsius until the cheese melts. Now just cut and serve this delicious dish. Let me know what you think. I'm sure you'll love the flavor. I still have many other secret recipes to share with you, so stay tuned for more. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Thanks so much for watching this video all the way through. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.